You know, this
Nah.
man look about 25 years old. This
Thank
man
you.
tell me he's 50. He's a grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay, grandfather.
Yeah.
And you tell me what is the secret?
Health.
And how
Eating right. I'm a vegan.
a vegan. I'm telling you, some of the most beautiful and ageless people that I've met, that is always the answer.
Yeah.
A vegan.
Yeah. I think as in the West Indian community, we need to talk about it more because they're not giving us better food. And we're so accustomed to, believe it or not, the foods that we eat that are traditional to us are sometimes hurtful to us.
That's right.
Yeah, you know, oxtail, you know, as good as it tastes, health-wise, it's not good for you.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
And you can, there's so many different alternatives that you could get. You know?
Which is why that gives me a great opportunity right now, as you say that, to big up one of my sponsors that supported me, Vegan Brunch Club, owned by the Chase sisters from Barbados.
Man, that's family.
That's exactly what I love about the Vegan Brunch Club, because it's a curated brunch experience for plant-based eaters,
Right.
and they focus on Caribbean, specifically popular Caribbean dishes
Right.
that we all love,
Yes.
and find a vegan way of doing it.
Yep.
I mean, they did the ackee and saltfish in a vegan way. I mean, it was amazing.
Right.
You know, it was amazing. So, you know, there are wonderful vegan alternatives that you can find.
You're proving that it's about the taste.
It's about the taste.
So
well, you
you
know, as
necessary-
Caribbean people, you know, we love, you know, we don't want nothing bland.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. So a lot of times when you tell somebody you're eating, if you tell them close their eyes and eat the meal, it's about the taste first. So you don't know what really meat tastes like
Yes.
unless it's flavored right.
Yes.
And Caribbean people, we do it right.
We do it right, absolutely. But I heard you talking about a test. We're going to go into a little bit about you, but I just want you to share this with people listening about this test that you have done and that
Right.
you feel will change people's lives.
Right. So I just want to say it's interesting that we as Caribbeans or Americans or anyone, we always got, you go on any shelf, you could find a anti-allergy test, but you can't find, and you don't know what you're
Allergic to.
Yeah. So there's a test I took called Everly Well. It's on the web. I took the food sensitivity test, and I've been a vegan for a while, but when I did this Everly Well test, it definitely helped me assess passion fruit. Is one of the things that I eat all the time, that I had to stop because I would feel these knots in my stomach and don't know where they're coming from. Yeah. So, you know, that's the thing. You got to know. And metals,
Absolutely.
precious metals.
Yeah.
You'll know. This test gives you the whole rundown. And if you've been feeling knots in your stomach after you eat certain foods and thinking that that's common, it's not common.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
It's
And
stemming from something.
We could, this statement by anyone taking that test, we could extend people's lives. You know, and I love, I love my people, my Caribbean people enough to say, listen, sometimes, you know, let the youth teach you is something new. You know what I'm saying? And try out the Everly Well test and see what that do for you. Because
Yes.
I want to help you. I want to help you feel good as much as what my whole thing, the Voice of a Great Time, stands for, is for a great time, because I want you to feel good when you're in my presence.
Right.
And I want to admit that. So if you don't feel good, I can look in people's eyes and I'll give them a hug and they'll be like, I'll be like, okay, something's wrong. What's going on?
Yes, yes, yes. And that makes you so super special.
Thank you.
Makes you so super special. So it's like we're talking to him. You think he's a doctor, right? You're always Dr. KG. But tell us a little bit really about what you do, KG.
I was born in Barbados, grew up in Barbados, and came here in the early part of the 80s in New York City. Lived in Brooklyn, then Long Island, Queens, all over New York. My father is a world-renowned chef there in New York City, Hartley Griffith. My mom, Judy, in Barbados, and all my family is still mostly in Barbados.
Barbados.
So we go back and forth. My brother Tyson's here visiting. He goes to UCLA, so he goes on the student program. So I started out in the whole essence of Caribbean music, soca music. My household was, my stepmom was Guyanese, so I had all different kinds of musical influences around me.
Right.
So I always was an entertainer and singer in New York City, and started with different rap groups and stuff like that. And, you know, eventually it turned into me being in a space where I wanted to curate a vibration that is me and exclusively me when you see me on stage.
And it is exclusively nothing like a KG hype. I remember when I first met KG, it was at a event put on by Jump Synergy. It was a pool fete at the what's that hotel called? The Grafton Hotel in West Hollywood. And they said, I remember I said, who is going to be the MC of this event? And they're like, don't worry, we got this. We got this. And let me tell you, when I got to that event and I saw this young man, I was like, ooh, I love him. I love him. Yes, you do. And even when I watch excerpts of other events that you've done, you have a unique style. It's a total KG style. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Believe it or not, a part of it came about when I came to LA and I was doing an event, and believe it or not, Prince was one of the people who was like, listen, man, am I going to hear the music? And I was like, first of all, he gave me a handshake like, yo, what's up? I was like, what? Prince? So he was like, yo, you hear the music? And he kept on coming back up that first couple times when I was doing it. And I was like, oh, he's trying to tell me, shut the hell up. And basically, like, there was little things that he would say to me that made me realize that it's not about me. It's about me providing an experience with the music that makes people feel great. And when he did that, I was like, oh, I get it. So the next time I saw him, he goes, am I going to hear the music tonight? And I was like, of course. So I use a little stuff like that, you know.
KG, the voice of a great time. Now, how can people follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram at KG Superstar.
KG Superstar.
Facebook at KG Superstar.
KG Superstar. Twitter. And you're on Twitter.
At KG Superstar.
KG Superstar. Keep it consistent, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. So listen, I know